Some of the things you will try to reduce your back pain will not be your best ideas. They'll not be your proudest moments. You won't brag about them at parties. You won't proudly share war stories about your triumphs and successes. In fact, you probably may take these things to the grave with you. Maybe you'll make a video or two about them, but that's about it. One of those things are posture devices, kind of like belts and bands that you put around your body, like posture aids. If we're being real, they're called corsets, maybe. You can call them corsets. Okay, bras. You can call them bras. Jeez. Seriously, though, if you struggle with back pain, doctors and physiotherapists might recommend these types of posture aids. In this video, I will share my experience with these objects. Despite being a little bit embarrassing, I will let you know about my opinion and my recommendation about these types of wearables, I guess, and if they're worth the pain, the suffering, and the humiliation. God. Okay, let's do this. Before we get into this, I'm not your doctor. This is not medical advice. So if your doctor or physiotherapist or any other medical professional recommends you wear one of these devices, maybe probably listen to them. But at the same time, take what I'm saying into account as well. Also, if you want to know about all the other things that may or may not work for back pain, all the other methods, I have a free book. Link to it is in the pinned comment or description. I talk about everything that I tried during my 10 years of struggling with back pain and my 2 years of being back pain free. It's completely free, no reason for you not to check it out. I think you're going to find it to be a very helpful, very valuable resource in your healing process. Okay, posture devices. So one of the physiotherapists that I went to for my back pain initially, she recommended I try this sort of it was kind of like belts and like braces and yeah, like a corset thing that you wear around your core, around your back, around your middle or upper back, and that was supposed to force you or support you in having like a better posture. So I bought one of these wearables, I guess is the best term I can use without sounding like too emasculating. It's a set of like rigid bands that you put. Two of them go around like your shoulders and around your ribcage, and maybe one that goes a little bit lower. It was, you had to like kind of set it up a little bit. Some of the hypotheses I've heard is that like posture can increase your back pain, can cause back pain in a lot of cases. That probably makes a little bit of sense, at least. I haven't seen that much direct correlation, to be honest, because at times I've had like pretty good posture and that hasn't been really correlated with the amounts of back pain I feel. Like I didn't feel less back pain when I had like better posture. But yeah, okay, I mean, it's not a completely ridiculous idea. It does make some sense. So I bought this thing, and the first time I tried it on, I kind of felt like it felt pretty supporting, actually, kind of like a little bit rigid, but it did provide like pressure around around my core, around my the muscles in my back and my spine, and honestly I did feel a little bit of like there was a little bit of a relief, because I guess my muscles didn't have to work so hard for the first time after like, I don't know, maybe a long time. They didn't have to be so strained and exerted in order to support my upright posture. But sadly, after a few minutes, the relief started to kind of wane off and it completely disappeared. And after that, somehow even my pain started getting worse. It was kind of strange. So it worked maybe for 3 minutes initially, and then it only kind of got in the way, if I'm being honest. That's kind of how I felt. It almost like restricted me. I didn't feel comfortable. And I tried this like for quite a few times, actually. I gave this a real shot, and except for like the first initial few minutes, the first time I tried it, like I never think I actually felt like any benefits from this. And as I said, like if I'm being completely honest with you guys, this did feel a little bit emasculating for some reason. I didn't feel like really good, really strong, really confident while wearing this thing that's supposed to like help you perform like this basic human function of just standing upright, standing still. And it felt like a bra. I mean, I guess you can say like this is immature, this is silly and childish. And I would have gritted my teeth and I would have worn this device if it worked, if it provided enough benefits. Like, yeah, fair enough. Like, I don't care how my little feelings are doing. I'm gonna pull through this if it's actually helping, if it's something that I need to do. But this wasn't like the right way forward. This didn't really help. It didn't do anything. In fact, like maybe it even contributed to feeling more uncomfortable, which wasn't really good for my back pain. So yeah, like posture devices and aids and wearables of this sort, they didn't really do a lot of good for me. Can they work for you? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not actually discouraging you from trying this. Probably if your doctors or physiotherapists recommend them, like maybe give them a shot. I probably wouldn't hold my breath if I'm being honest, because I'm not even exactly sure posture is the root cause, the main problem that we should be targeting when it comes to chronic back pain. I mean, it helps. I think it's useful to have a good posture, but it's not the actual like secret key that we're looking for. And in general, like I'm not even sure what to make of these devices. I don't even remember reading about someone who's worn these types of like aids and seeing like massive real improvements in their back pain. That kind of makes me wonder, like I'm not even sure why medical professionals would recommend them. I mean, you should keep in mind that I'm not talking about exactly like super rigid like corsets that people with serious fractures of maybe of their spine or their neck, like I'm not talking about prosthetics or devices of that sort. This is something that's slightly different. This is actually like just a lighter, much lighter version of that. You can kind of like buy it from a store and you can try it on. But even like the actual rigid prosthetics and devices, they're supposed to like pretty much force you to keep like a certain posture or position. I'm not even sure if that's gonna help, and that's honestly like not typically prescribed for these types of problems for undefined chronic pain. But I think that's still moving in the wrong direction. We're not actually attacking the root cause by trying to address that issue in particular. And while posture may be something that we should like address at least secondarily, it's probably not something that you wanna build by depending on support. You kind of want to do it on your own. There are much better ways to work on your posture. It's mostly like a habit thing, I believe. It's something that you gotta instill in your mindset. And if you honestly, like if you spend maybe 3 days just constantly reminding yourself, like keep good posture, keep a good posture, just do that. Like I would even dedicate like 3 days of doing nothing but reminding myself of improving my posture. This is how I improved my posture really significantly during one time. Then I kind of started to slack off a little bit, but now I know I have a tool that I can get back into the rhythm if I feel like I need it. And of course, like exercise is huge here if you do the correct workouts, especially like some forms of gym training, but probably even more so like calisthenics and bodyweight exercises, and even like doing a lot of dead hangings. And I think that's actually really helpful. That's how you actually improve your posture. That's how you actually work on this issue. And of course, like reducing the time sitting, taking more breaks while working, stuff like that. If you try and build your posture by providing support, I think you're actually weakening the muscles in your back and in your core that are supposed to keep you upright. So it's probably not a good way to go about it. So yeah, like these postural aids, probably not a good idea. Maybe try them on if a doctor or physiotherapist recommends them to them. I'm not talking about actual prosthetics. That's a whole different matter. They probably have a really good use. I've seen like people get better because they kind of have to wear them. They have no choice. This is something different, and I don't actually think it's that useful. If you want to learn more about other methods that also I didn't find to be useful, and maybe you can not waste time and money on them, or if you want to see what actually works, check out my free book. It's completely free. Link to it is in the description. You're going to be able to craft a perfect strategy that's ideal for your lives, for your injury, for your current situation. Also, I have a back pain app that has a free tier. You can use this to heal, to enhance and to speed up your healing process. You can also take a quiz that's gonna create a perfect plan for you based on your answers. This is like a complete survey. It has like probably 60 questions at this point, and we keep refining and improving it. Take the quiz, take the survey, and you're gonna be able to create a perfect plan that's gonna outline like what you should do every single day. Also, if you're completely serious about it, if you want to heal your back as soon as possible without any messing around, like without wasting any time, you should check out my back pain course. Link to it is going to be in the description. And of course, you can also take a free consultation call with me. We're going to discuss what options you have in healing as fast and as quickly and as painlessly as humanly possible. My name is Mate from Real Deal Heal. Thanks for watching this video. Like it if you found it valuable. Subscribe and hit the bell icon thingy if you have a lot of back pain and you need a lot more back pain content. That's what I do here. If you know someone else who's struggling with these issues, definitely share this video with them, share this channel with them. It's probably going to be helpful to them as well. If you have comments or questions, the comment section is the place to go. I try to answer everything that I can. And if you want to keep binging on videos on back pain and see what's actually working, the video that's going to appear here is probably going to be a great idea for you to continue there. I will see you there, and until next time, be brave.